To find the inspection that we need to run, we go into inspection, accumulation. In the accumulation here, we can then put in a filter which round or position which point we want to add. So in this case here, I select my round key. Put in the dates, to and from. Select OK. And now I see my list. Here I can see the 4 points. If I just maximize it. Now I simply select the one that I want to start. Select Start. And it's now marked Start here. Then I make a printout. And I get my printout here. Now I'll do the round here, and when I'm finished I will go back and make a registration. Then I go back in inspection, feedback by round, and again select the round key. Then it show me up all the points that was on the list. Now I need to make the feedback. So now I select each line and put in my feedback. Some of them here has a check code and some of them has a measurement. The first one here we can see has a data registration. So I select it. And here I have a check code and I have a measurement. And here I can see the 4 check code that I had. And I simply just select which one it is. The instrument I used, I put in the measurement. And select OK. The next. There was only a check code, OK and not OK. It's possible here to multi-select as well. So if I have a lot of lines that is OK, I can simply multi-select it by using the control button. Now I put in here a measurement on the second one, which I already know now is below. That means I should have a warning. The lower limit is exceeded. If the inspection itself create or should create a work order, I can simply just go down here, select the line that I have and select make work order. If I do this, it will take the information and add it to the work planning. I add the information, I change it and save it. Now I have generated a work order out of this inspection. The last one. OK. So now finish with my registration as well. So when I'm done, I simply select Finish Registration. And I need to add a transaction now. When I do that, I need to select between the 5 how to store the cost. No work order, a single transaction. No work order, a multi-transaction. When I select multi-transaction, it will look at the maintenance object it is connected to and add it for that. I can also select a single work order with a single transaction. We can also select single work order and multi-transaction, and multi-work orders, multi-transactions. I select here no work orders but multi-transactions. The work supply here is selected and the hour rate is selected. Now I need to put in how many hours did I actually use on this list totally. 5. Save it, and then it will create the transactions. Are you finished? Yes. And the job, as we can see marked, is now finished. Now I can close it. If I go back here in my inspection, in the Explorer, select the list, I can now see that the 4 points do not have a next date as the same, simply because that 2 of them had 4 weeks and 2 of them had 3 months. So now we can see here the next one for the CO2 is the 8th of June and the other one is the 11th of August. And we can also see in the color legend here that now we have history. So we have work orders created on it. With a double click we get the work order. If you look at the history, we can see the history of it, of the point key itself. And here we can see the measurements. And here we can also see that we have an alarm on a limit. At the moment we do not have a trend because we only have 1 registration and we need at least 2.